The U.S. election is just round the corner, and as negotiations to leave the EU edge closer to the deadline, there is much concern over what a Joe Biden or Donald Trump presidency will mean for US-UK trade relations post-Brexit. Democrat presidential nominee and former vice president of the Barack Obama administration, Joe Biden, has already sent a stark warning to the UK in regards to Brexit. After Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced the Internal Market Bill, which would essentially override the withdrawal agreement signed into law between the UK and EU, Mr. Biden took to Twitter to have his say. He tweeted, "We can't allow the Good Friday Agreement that brought peace to Northern Ireland become a casualty of Brexit. Any trade deal between the US and UK must be contingent upon respect for the agreement and preventing the return or a hard border." Period. While Mr. Biden has made his feelings towards Brexit and the UK's behaviour very clear, many think that a Trump presidency would be better for trade relations between the two states. However, head of politics and international relations at the London Metropolitan University, Dr. Andrew Moran, told Express.co.uk a Trump presidency wouldn't be much better. Dr. Moran explained, "It would be naive to suggest that a post-Brexit deal with Trump would be a better one than with Biden. Both will negotiate hard and put America's interests first." Professor Moran said a Trump administration would likely push the UK to abandon EU food and farming regulations in a bid to open up more foreign competition and wider access to American product markets. This is where fears of American chlorinated chickens and genetically modified food being sold into British supermarkets comes into the picture. However, Dr. Moran doesn't deny a trade deal with Mr. Biden is likely to be more reliable given Mr. Trump's history of walking away from agreed deals. Dr. Moran said, "What is clear is that Biden and Democrats in the U.S. Congress are concerned about the impact of any trade deal on the Good Friday Agreement, particularly as the U.S. was one of the guarantors of peace in Northern Ireland. Even if Trump won, it is unlikely that any deal he negotiates that is seen as undermining the Good Friday Agreement will get through a Congress controlled by Democrats." Equally concerning for Prime Minister Boris Johnson is that Mr. Biden is somewhat of a Brexit skeptic who doesn't seem to view trade deals as a priority. Just like President Obama, Mr. Biden is much more likely to develop closer relationships with the EU than with Britain. Dr. Moran added, "Strategically and economically, it makes sense to deal with an organization that represents 27 European countries, so we may see America's focus shift more towards Germany and France, rather than reigniting the special relationship."